What is up, YouTube? It's Sparky TV here, and we're back with a brand new YouTube video with you guys today. In today's YouTube video, I'll be doing a little bit something different. I'll be playing some Call of Duty Remastered on Team Deathmatch. I actually haven't been really playing a lot of Call of Duty lately. I was more playing Fortnite or PUBG. PUBG is a little shittier version of Fortnite, but Fortnite was made before PUBG. I really like Fortnite more than PUBG, but we're not talking about video games in this video. Basically, today's video, I'll be talking a little bit about what happened in the last 4 months of my entire life. A lot of shit hit the fan really hard. If you guys haven't saw the video that I uploaded on March 3rd of 2018, I posted a rest in peace video for my brother. In February, my brother passed away with brain cancer. And today is a little bit about me talking to you guys how he got the cancer and how he passed away so young. So, back in February 2017, about a week before my surgery, my mom took my brother down to the hospital because he had a lot of neck pains and he had a migraine for about 3 days. And what they did was they took an x-ray and they noticed they had a tumor in he had a tumor in his brain pushing against it. Before I continue the story, my brother had a condition called NF. It's like neurofibromatosis. If you guys don't know what it is, it's basically tumors can disappear and reappear anywhere in the body. Sometimes people can have them all over the skin, which that is like NF number 1. NF number 2 is basically inside of the skin and you guys can't physically see them. So, like I said, the doctor took the x-ray and they noticed a tumor pushing up against his brain. So what they did was that night they went in and relieved the pressure from his brain. And then they decided to go in 2 weeks later to take as much tumor out as possible to get it tested. Because with its condition, sometimes it can be cancerous, sometimes it can't be. So what they did was they sent out the tumor, got it tested, and they were talking about chemo and radiation to see if they could kill the tumor or what's left of the tumor that they couldn't get out, because they only could take out so much, because if they took more of it out, it could do some serious damage to the brain, and he couldn't, sometimes if they go into the brain, sometimes things happen to the human body, like he won't be able to talk, he will probably be able to see, so they took as much out as possible. So the tumor results came back, and they said it was cancerous. So the next step was chemo and radiation, like they were planning on doing, to kill the rest of the tumor. So they did that. It looked like he was getting better each day. So they sent him for another x-ray to see the results of the tumor. Turns out the tumor was regrowing, but super fast. So this is basically after the chemo and radiation, about 4 months after he had the tumor taken out, etc. So the tumor was getting worse, he was getting worse. Every single time I went to my parents' house, there was something else different with him. Like, there was one time that one of his eyes was open and the other one was closing because one of his, half of his face was swelling. Then it just got worse. He was laying in bed. He wasn't really moving. He wasn't really playing Xbox like he was. And I knew he was getting worse day by day. Coming up to the time of him getting worse, he ended up being hospitalized. For the last month and a half of his life, he was hospitalized. Before that, people was coming to the house looking after him and all that other shit. So when he got admitted to hospital, I had a lot of stuff on my mind. Like, I was working 2 jobs, etc. And I went as much as I could to see him. Then my mom called me one day at work, and she said the doctor said that he wasn't gonna make it past the weekend. So of course I started to cry my eyes out at work. I left. My manager was nice enough to drive me down, which was fantastic. On top of that, everything just hit the fan really hard at that point. Knowing that I was gonna lose my baby brother. As much as we didn't get along the past years, I always loved him, and I didn't know that he was gonna pass at age 22. So when it was getting closer to the time, I was trying to spend as much time as I could with him. I took about a week and a half off of work before anything happened. And there was one day that I had to work at 7 o'clock in the morning at my other job. And I was like, you know what? No. I texted my manager the night, that Friday night, and I was like, you have to find somebody to come in and cover my shift, because I am not coming in. I'm spending as much time as I can with my brother. So I went home about 9:30 Friday night, and then I got up early, and I went to the hospital for 8 a.m. on Saturday. And I spent as much time as I could with him. My dad was there. I brought my MacBook because he wanted to watch his favorite YouTubers, Roman Atwood. And my dad was playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on his DVD player. That day was the hardest day of my entire life. I watched him take his last breath, and that was the moment when I thought to myself, okay guys, or well, technically, okay, it's time to be the rock for my whole family. And yes, I cried. My girlfriend was my support, which was fantastic. But each time that my mom and my dad cried, I just sat there and hugged them. I was there for my sister through her pregnancy, because at the time she was pregnant with my little niece, which she just had not too long ago. And my mom didn't want to leave the room at all until the church came and put him in the body bag and took him off. And that was one of the hardest times for me too. It's really hard to get over somebody that is in your immediate family. It's not like your whole family, because, like, for an example, if your aunt dies, yes, you'll be upset about it. And yes, it's going to take some time to get over it. But it won't take as much time as it would to take immediate family death, if you know what I mean. Like, it takes a little bit longer to get over somebody that you see every day and that you grew up with and all that other shit. And it's just still rough for me to get over it. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm gonna cry. Oh, shit. But yeah, guys. I just wanted to tell you guys that story. That's the reason why I really haven't been uploading YouTube videos. But my next video, I am gonna be happy. Basically, I moved into my new apartment, and I'm gonna show you guys my house tour. So, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.